Godfrey, Ace Buckner. Obviously, Ace's first career game at Clemson. Go ahead with questions whenever you guys are ready.
I guess, Ace, just how excited were you for this game, being that you missed all last year?
Very excited. Last year was long. I was happy to watch my guys win and be a part of that, but last year was definitely long, sitting on the bench and going through that injury. But being able to work and come back, it was very fun.
What did you learn about yourself during that, I guess, time off last season?
It was just that I'm a worker. After coming back from my surgery, I just stayed in the gym, and I was just ready to play. And I feel like I showed that tonight.
Brad Brownell praised your competitive spirit, saying you might be the most competitive guy on the team. Just how do you kind of carry that energy with you on a consistent basis?
I just hate to lose. I've always hated to lose. When it comes to anything, basketball or not, I come from a big family, so just losing is not a big part of my life.
RJ, it looked like the emotions were hitting you during the anthem. What was it like soaking it all in your first game back inside of Littlejohn College?
It just felt good. It really hit me, like, for real during the exhibition. But I mean, it's just a feeling I can't describe. I'm so glad to be back in Littlejohn and to play in front of these fans. The student section, the Grit Pit, was awesome tonight. They were really, making us laugh on the bench when Jake hit the 6-7 shot, and then. It's just good to be back here in Tiger Town, man.
Brunell has talked about this being a deep roster. A lot of guys can play. How did both of you guys see that benefit you tonight? Just, the 5 in, 5 out, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I think we just have a wearing effect. I think, when the first 5 guys come in and play hard, you have guys that come off the bench like Carter, Ace, Zac Foster, and just other guys who come and, keep it on them. Keep up that same pace and that same pressure, and it has a wearing effect on teams. And then, when it gets later in the first or second half, we have an advantage.
Yeah, the wearing effect, like he said, but I also think we're a very skilled team. I feel like 1 through 12, 1 through 11, however many played today, I feel like everybody can do something positive and impact the game. So it's going to be fun for sure.
Were y'all joking with Zach after the missed dunk?
Oh, a little bit. He started talking about lactic acid in his legs and stuff, and I was like, no.
What has Zach kind of brought to this year's team, just with his energy, his aggressiveness for you guys?
It's just fun. He's athletic and get downhill, but can also play the game the right way. And he's young. That's kind of rare to find in young guys, but it's been really fun.
You guys only made 6 threes tonight, but still were able to put up 88 points, 41 free throw attempts. Is that going to be the brand of this team going forward, is physicality and working the ball inside? Yeah,
that's one thing Coach Brownell's been on us, especially these last 2 weeks, just being more physical. And I think every year, every team prior at Brownell's has been, physically demanding, especially, my sophomore year's team. We really just, enforced our will on other people. So I think that's one of Brownell's, little testaments he has, about his teams. They're always going to play hard and, play physical. So.
How were you pleased with the defensive effort? I mean, their shooting numbers were pretty down.
Yeah, I think we played pretty good on defense. We disrupted the ball well. I think just coming out start. But, we still have work to do. We'll, Brownell's going to be on some film, and we're going to, improve from it. But it was a good night, definitely, on the defensive end.
Thanks.
I guess, Ace, we heard from Dylan that teammates are calling you Greg.
I don't know where that came from. Nobody in the locker room has called me Greg, but that's cool. If they want to call me Greg, that's fine.
They were calling you Gregory tonight, if you didn't hear it on the bench. But
I mean, it's my name, so, I don't have too much problems with it.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with me. Gregory, right? It's a beautiful name.
His name's Randall.
And my name's Randall, yeah.
Anybody got any more questions for these guys?
I think Dylan said you're also like the best bowler on the team.
I don't know where that came from either, but I am. I don't want to toot my own horn or nothing, but I am pretty nice at bowling. So anybody want to get at me or anything?
What's your high?
I don't know. I don't know what my high is. It's probably around the 50s, 60s.
What are some other hidden talents on the team outside of your bowling ability and RJ's fishing ability?
Hidden talents.
I'd probably say Coach Reynolds is probably who I've heard a lot about, his pickleball skills.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, he say he's undefeated. He's never lost. So.
Like LeVar?
Yep. Jeff Reynolds is the best pickleball player in South Carolina, apparently. So.
I will say also, Dallas Thomas is very bad at NBA 2K. So if any of y'all see him, just let him know that.
Anything else for these guys? All good? Okay. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, guys.